Prepare for battle. First blood. Double kill. Holy shit. Ultra kill. Dominating. Humiliation. Headshot. Unstoppable.
Hey guys, Shadolance back again with another review. Today I'm going to be coming back with a brand new gun released by Combat Arms, the M416N. I want to say right off the bat, this gun is not very impressive. Although it may have been impressive a few years ago when the M416 was considered, the #1 weapon to be used before they released a lot of these New World weapons. It would have been impressive. A lot of people would have bought this gun right off the bat. I know a lot of people are still going to buy this gun because a lot of the weapons released recently are considered to be quite OP, but this one is a little bit undermined. Now, I know I basically am doing this review the way I used to do reviews. I'm getting a bunch of short clips instead of one long one, although I do have some solid gameplay of, at least I get a couple of deaths here and there, so I'm not completely going back to my old style. But anyway, so I'm going to read right off the stats of this, and then also the M416 CQB and the M416 standard GP. Now, the damage on the N, 40, 62 is the portability, damage of 40, portability is 62, rate of fire is 74, accuracy of 80, recoil of 65, ammo capacity standard 30 of 90. It has the pre-attached scope. It is an ACOG, not a TA1 or TA3. It's actually what I guess most people are calling a TA2. It doesn't have anything on it. It's just the scope. No distance measurement and no HP bar, which is kind of nice. I don't think I've ever seen a TA3 HP bar ever get put, on a gun that you can buy for perm. So, yeah, just saying. But this gun is not super amazing. Next, I'm going to compare it to the M416 CQB. The damage on the M416 CQB is 39 compared to 40, so it's actually 1 point up in damage. The portability is 62 on the M416N and 66 on the CQB. On the N is 74 for rate of fire, same on the CQB. The accuracy on both guns is 80. The recoil on the M416 CQB is a reduced 63 from 65 on the N. The N has 65. Now, compared to the M416, the M416 has, well, I'm going to actually read off its stats and then its increased stats. Damage of 38, which can be boosted to 41, which is the highest of the three. Portability of 62 compared to the same 62, so that's the same. Rate of fire 74 compared to the same 74, although that can be increased on the M416 to 77, which is ridiculous on a assault rifle. The accuracy is 80 and can go to 83, which the other one is stuck at 80. And the M416's recoil goes from 63 to 66, which is only 1 point higher than the N. So all in all, the N is outclassed by the basic GP M416 in every way possible. Reasons being, the damage drop-off on the M416 and the CQB are lower than the M416N. The drop-off on the N is horrible. It's ridiculous. It's a solid 5 to 6 shot kill for a 40 damage weapon at maximum range. That's ridiculous. The M416 CQB can pull a 3 or 4 shot kill even at maximum range. Occasionally a 5 shot kill if they tank it or you hit them in the leg once. The M416 can usually do the same. So the portability is just the 62, and that doesn't really change. So, but the CQB does have the 66, which is 4 points higher, so it's considerably better in that category. The rate of fire is only 74 across the board, although it can be increased to 77 on the M416 basic GP, and the accuracy is only 80, which is also standard across the board. However, the regular GP can go to 83. The recoil is, I do believe I said 65, yes, and the CQB has 63, although that's kind of a basic thing. And then that gets even more boost, well, gets an even extra boost from the iTech scope on the CQB. And then I guess you could put an iTech on the M416, which has a recoil of 63 that jumps to 66. So the 66 recoil is still higher on the regular M416, but considering that you can put an iTech scope on and spray the crap out of people with it, it's just, the GP standard is better. It's actually almost better than the CQB. I would still recommend the CQB over it. But basically what they were trying to do is they had the M416, saw that it was a very, very profitable weapon for GP. Lots of people were buying it, so they released the CQB. The CQB had an iTech scope, and now they're releasing a variant of the same gun that has an ACOG scope. And now what I suppose they were trying to do was keep the recoil low, the portability similar, and the rate of fire good enough, and keep it true to the M416, and maybe give it a little more damage since it was going to be used at long range. However, in doing that, they also reduce the damage recoil. So this gun, while the M416N is still excellent for tap fire, it's the damage drop-off that really kills it. And the recoil, if you try spraying it, and compared to even the regular M416, the regular M416 can usually get off about 4 to 5 shots without going crazy with spray, but this one can only usually get off 3 to 4 shots. So, and I'm saying this with an ACOG scope. With an ITEC scope, the regular M416 can usually get off 5 or 6 shots. CQB can usually do about the same, maybe 5.5, 6.5 shots, if you think about the recoil, how much the recoil is. All of the guns have a 30 of 90 ammo capacity, so that's not really a change across the board. I would actually never suggest putting on a extended magazine on the new N, because if you're tap firing at long range, you should be able to get your kill long before you've used 30 shots, and usually you're not getting double teamed from that far away, where it's not that big of a deal. You can usually kill both people either way. I don't think any gun's that weak, except maybe the regular basic GP pistol. So it just depends, almost entirely up to you what you guys want to do. You might as well put a silencer on it. The damage drop-off's bad enough already. A little bit extra won't really hurt you. So, the only downside of this gun is that, once again, it only has fully automatic. If this gun had a burst mode, I would probably compare this to the Rec 7 Rangers a little more. I'm going to swap over to short fuse here. I get killed a few times, and it doesn't make me happy. But, so the things that I don't like about this gun is that the spread recovery is horrible. The overall spread at maximum is horrible. And the spread gets up faster than the M416 CQB or the regular M416. So the spread gets bigger faster. And although it takes about the same amount of time to recover, it is faster on the other variants than it is on this one. It's noticeable just by using the guns that's true. Doesn't really require a reason, at least not so much. However, what this family is known for is having a ton of variants. I'm going to list those off now. The M416 GP Standard, which I've been comparing it to, the M416 GP Rare technically is the camo. You get that at BG, and I'm very much looking forward to that. I've already done a review on it, but I am looking forward to actually getting it for real. The M416 CQB and the N are the 2NX standards. The M416 CQB Camo, which used to be considered one of the most OP weapons in the game in the first year of release of the game. Then you see the Epic weapons. It's the only weapon to have 2 variants of Epic. There's the Baron's M416 CQB and the Baron's revised M416 CQB. And then there's the cousin variants, which is the M417 series. The M417, the CQB, the Combat, the SB, and the Rec 7 series, which I would technically compare to the M417 more than to this gun, because they just perform similarly. But I'm not going to list those off because there's a couple of different variants of those and I don't feel like I need to. All of the M416 series have automatic. I don't believe any of them have burst mode, and I know for a fact none of them have single fire. That would be completely retarded, for lack of a better way to put it. So, it is not the worst gun in the world. There are far worse ones you can choose. I would take this over a TAR. Better wash my mouth out with soap any day. I would take this over an L85A1. That's not a mod variant any day. Not the worst gun in the world, but there are quite a few better guns you could choose, even for GP. I mean, the GP M416 is still vastly better. Just put a ACOG scope on it, and it's already better. I'm actually considering selling this gun back. I bought it for permanent, and I regret doing so. Excuse me. My bad, getting a dry throat. I'll have to get some water after this, but anyway. I don't have a soda today. I just have water. Definitely not American anymore, but anyway. I'm going to swap over to a little bit of Two Towers gameplay here, so a little something new. Thank you guys for at least paying attention this entire time. I know this isn't the best review in the world. It's not that great of a gun. I mean, I think I'm doing a good job with the review. It's available for $20 right now. I guess you guys really want to buy it. If you guys are so dedicated to loving the M416 series, I mean, this is not... I said before, this is not a horrible gun. There are far worse ones you can choose, but it's just outclassed by so many other weapons. And I mean, it wouldn't be a horrible waste of money, but there are better things you could buy, like I said before. So yeah, it just depends on what you guys want to spend your money on. So it's not a horrible gun, but I guess I would suggest the M416 CQB over this. I would suggest the L85A1 mod or the G36 Valkyrie above this. I can make other recommendations too, but just, you guys know. You get the idea. I'm pretty sure if you don't by this point, then you're kind of daft, and maybe you should watch this again and give me another view. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching this review. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Get your friends to rate, comment, subscribe. I'm almost to 500. Shadolance out.
You know what? Given the intelligence of the people who watch this show, this is probably a good thing to teach. Because my guess is when they're not trying to operate heavy machinery with their butt cheeks, they're probably trying to do something stupid like this! I mean, what else could you possibly teach that would be as stupid as that?
Even you can learn something from a sloth.
Fuck this show!